You are welcome to Marriage Academy with Jesus. I am Pastor Godwin Ogwuche. I want to encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more edifying videos and messages on relationship and marriage. Today I'll be sharing with you on the topic preparations for wedding. Preparations for wedding. Wedding is an event that leads to marriage. Every man or woman look up to their wedding day. Wedding is actually a memorable day for every couple. It's a day of joy, happiness, and fulfillment of crossing over from the singlehood to the marriage life. Most women don't joke with their wedding day. If you don't prepare for your wedding, you have planned to fail. So it's necessary to prepare properly for a memorable day. There are a lot of things involved in the planning of a successful, smart, and simple wedding. I say smart and simple because I don't advise people to spend all their money and all their resources on wedding, because you will need more money after the wedding to run your family on a daily basis. To be smart means make it nice and glorifying to God, not something shabby as if you are not prepared for it. Now, I'm going to be teaching you some things, and I'm going to be teaching you when, where, and how should you prepare for your wedding. When do you prepare for wedding? My first advice is that before you start preparing and talking about wedding dates with your partner, one of you should have a sustainable source of income. It's very important. Even if you fix the date, if any of you have not gotten any source of income, I advise you hold it. Don't rush into the marriage. People may organize your wedding for you, but I'm telling you, if you don't have any sustainable source of income after the wedding, it's going to be a challenge. So it's very, very important. So that's when you can say you want to wed. Now, how do we prepare for wedding? How do you prepare for wedding? My keen advice is that before you prepare for wedding, you prepare with the mind to do the will of God. Don't copy the people of this world. Don't spend all your money on wedding. Don't force your partner to spend excess money on wedding. Don't try to be like others. Be disciplined. Follow your church guidelines. Don't bring unnecessary things that are not required. I counsel you to even save more money for your family, so that after wedding, both of you will enjoy yourselves. You will enjoy each other. So, because wedding is just for few hours. Now, where do you hold your wedding? It's advisable to plan to hold your wedding where you know it will be more convenient for both of you and your visitors. You look at the cost, you look at proximity, you look at places where you feel I can have more gifts, places where you feel more people will attend, if you want more people to attend, and if you want maybe people not to attend much. You understand me? So it depends. So both of you would think critically, should we hold it in the lady's place? Should we hold it in the man's place? So you think about it critically and then you come up with your decision. Who do you plan your wedding with? You plan your wedding with your parents, plan your wedding with your church leadership, with your marriage committee, plan it with your family members, you plan it with your friends. You understand? You carry people along. The preparation for wedding is not something you do alone, so you need to carry others along. Now, there are three major kinds of wedding people do in Nigeria. Three major: court wedding, traditional wedding, and church wedding. The court wedding is very important today. The Nigerian government is responsible for registering and conducting this marriage by the marriage registry. There's marriage registry under Ministry of Interior. That's Federal Marriage Registry. There are states marriage registry. There are even marriage registry in local government. So you approach any of them in your local government. Most times secretariats, most of them are there, or states government secretariats or federal secretariats, Ministry of Interior. They have their annex in most of the states. So you ask, you make inquiries. Most people do this wedding today, court wedding, because of some of the importance. It protects the couples, especially the woman. A woman cannot just be maltreated by her husband, and she cannot just be thrown out without the consent of the court. And if she lost her husband, the man's family members cannot claim his properties. A woman has more rights in her husband's home when they do court wedding. Africans most time maltreat women, and because of that, the government decided to make it this way. So you cannot just wake up one morning and say you are divorcing, you're chasing the woman out. You must go through the court process. And sometimes too, when people want to travel, they usually ask for the certificates from the courts. It's most countries accept it because it carries Federal Republic of Nigeria. So most countries accept the certificates from court wedding. Some little money is involved. You just need to pay some little money depending on how much they charge you in the local government or your state or the federal marriage registry. Now, the traditional wedding is compulsory. It's something you must do because that's the one that you have to pass through the customs and traditions of the place you are getting married to. Are you getting? So you're married, the lady you are getting married, she's coming from a particular place, a particular village, a particular, ethnic group. And several ethnic group have a way they do their own marriage. So you need to know, you need to find out how do they go about their own traditional marriage, their traditional rights, what is needed. So you find out from the parents. Most time they will give you a list. It's good to get that list on time so that you start buying your things gradually and planning towards it. It's not when you fix your wedding, maybe you said in December and you are collecting your list in that December. Most times it will not help you plan adequately. So you need to get the consent of the father and the mother of the lady you are getting married to, and pay the bride price, do all the necessary things that need to be done according to the traditional rites. And then church wedding has to do with you that meeting your church leadership, or the priest or the pastor, informing him of your intention of getting married to your fiancé or your fiance. You let them know, and then they'll fix a date for you. Most times, most of churches will want you to go through courtship period. You go through courtship period. Sometimes it can be 6 months, it can be 1 year, as the case may be, depending on the church. So church wedding is a day where the couples will come to the altar, they'll pray for them, bless them, and after that, reception. Now, there are things you need to know about the preparations of a traditional and church wedding. If you don't prepare, you've already planned to fail. So number one, have a budget for your wedding, like drinks, food, the hall you're going to use, the clothes, the shoes, the bags, the hotel you're going to stay for your honeymoon, the decorations, the things you're going to rent. So you must have a budget. Very important. Write a budget. This is how much we're looking at spending. You understand me? Number two, decide your date for your wedding. It's important. Fix a date. Have a deadline, because once you don't have a deadline, you don't have a goal, you understand me, you're just not serious yet. So you must have the specific date. This is the date we want to wed. It's very important, and then you start working towards it. Number three, start buying your traditional wears. Give it to a good tailor to sew. Also buy your shoes, your suit, your wedding gown. You may decide to sew your suit or wedding gown or even higher. Don't kill yourself For ladies, you need a shoe and a bag for your traditional wedding and a purse for your church wedding, just like the man. Also, you also need a fan. Choose your best man and chief bridesmaid at least 2 months before wedding and work together to also buy their own wares and shoes. If they have money, they should be encouraged to buy so that you reduce your expenses. Make plans for who will do the decorations, both for the traditional and reception. You may hire or your friends may help you do it. Book on time for all the rentals you need, like chairs, canopies, tables, at least a month before. Choose who will be your chairman of the occasion. Book your MC on time and your DJ on time. Very important. Book a professional photographer on time, at least a month before that time, because you don't know his or her engagement. Make plans for how the food will be cooked, either by a caterer or people you know, maybe from your church or from your family. You understand me? Decide if the feeding for the visitors is going to be buffet or not. Book a car on time and the person who will drive you to church, to reception, and to your hotel or your house. Decide the color of the day. Make your invitation card at least a month before your wedding. Write down a list of everyone you need to invite so you will not forget anyone so important. Print your program booklet at least 2 weeks before your wedding. Book for your hotel at least 2 weeks before your wedding. It's not a sin if you want your house. If you want to use your house for your honeymoon, it's not a sin. It's not bad. But sometimes the reason why it's advisable to rent a hotel or a guest inn is because it will save you, disturbance from people. Sometimes some people want to come and check on you. You understand me? So make plans for accommodations of visitors who are coming from far away. You understand me? So maybe your in-laws are coming from far away, your friends. Make plans for accommodation for them. Don't forget to rent an apartment at least a month before your wedding. So if you don't have a house and then you are already wedding, where will you and your wife come and stay? Where will you and your husband stay? So it's important you rent an apartment, at least put the necessary things in the house. Arrange for a car that will convey your gifts after the wedding. Very important. Make sure you have a deadline for achieving every steps of the wedding plans. Get others involved in the planning. Don't carry all the load on your head. Delegate people to help you. You can also hire an event planner if you wish or you have the resources. All these things require money. Don't be afraid. Have faith in God. He shall provide all your needs. Many have done wedding without a dime in their account by faith. God will raise up supporters for your wedding. Once you have a source of income, don't waste long time. Begin to plan for your wedding. God shall perfect everything that concerns you in Jesus' name. By God's grace, I saw the hand of God in my own wedding. God so much blessed us beyond our imaginations. He favored us. So I want to encourage you. Don't be afraid. Take a bold step. Have faith in God. Plan. And then trust God and begin to execute your plans gradually. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So click on the subscribe button and like the video. God bless you.